Hello, my dear. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator, voice for your loved ones. So, I think you've probably seen kind of how this works, but I do like to tell people this is not an exact science. We communicate the best way we can. Sometimes you got to stretch it outside the box a little bit because he won't give me all the details. The details are none of my business. But he should give me just enough so you understand what he's talking about. And if you don't, just keep it in mind because you'll either remember it later, see it later, or somebody else will validate it for you later and go, oh, I know what he's talking about. So I'm going to talk to Austin. Even though after at least what they've shown me all these times is when we leave, it's like they peel us like an onion. They pull those heavy layers of the guilt, the regret, the anger, the resentments, all those heavier feelings, they strip them off of us. So our soul ends up being cleansed and light and bright, raise our vibration. Our ultimate goal is to be nothing but love. Love is the ultimate goal in everything, here and there. So know that he's in the process. So as I wanted to explain that because as he comes in, he has all this regret. He's not really carrying that regret, or at least if he still is carrying some, he'll be cleansed of it. It's not like he's going to sit there and just regret. He terribly regrets what he did to you. He says probably you, maybe more than anybody. Did not mean to do that to you. Did not stop and think. Did not stop and think about others. At that time, it was all about me, 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 me. Did not consider what the outcome was going to be. And since my Bob left the same way, so I know all the feelings on both ends of this, and it takes one that's been through it like we have to understand. Normal people, we're not normal. I'm not normal. I don't mean you're not. I'm not normal, and don't want to be. But it takes somebody that's been through it because this is so much different than my friend that died of a heart attack. And I was at the house before they took him out. It's different. The coulda, woulda, shoulda. He says you couldn't. You couldn't. And you shouldn't have. Okay, he's pointing at me and he's saying, don't do what she did. I spent 2 years drunk as a skunk. Drunker than a skunk. Did a lot of dumb shit. He says, just remember me with love as your big brother. Now, even if he wasn't older than you, I have no idea. I don't creep anybody's Facebook page. It messes up my little logical mind I have. So even if he's not older than you, he felt like your big brother. He says, remember me as your big brother. Not for what I did, but what was before that, what I was to you before that. Oh, he says, you're going to get pissed. You're going to get pissed at me. You already are. He says, you will be more pissed later. And it's okay. Scream at me, yell at me. I got big shoulders. No, I didn't go the other way. He says, people always think that stuff. And I'll tell you from my experience, because I've had so many of these drawn to me because of Bob and how he left. You don't go to hell. I honestly don't believe in hell. I've never seen hell. Are there evil or bad things? Yeah. Yeah, there's stuff out there, but you don't go to hell. You go and you get cleansed. You are met with love. You're met with angels. You're met with you. If you want to call it heaven, whatever word you want to call it, if heaven bothers you, the word, we go and we are cleansed. All that shit's peeled off of us. It's washed out of us, if you want to call it that. You're cleansed where you end up being nothing but a pure, bright love light. If you want to call it that, I don't know. I don't know where that came from. I've never said that before. So know that he's not burning in hell. He's not being punished. We don't get punished. We're forgiven. We're made whole again. It's our soul. It's our spirit. It's not our body. Our body's still here. We don't need it. Our body is just that vessel that we run around in down here that holds our soul, our spirit, while we're running around down here. He's wanting very strongly for you to know that he's not burning in hell. He says it doesn't work that way. He said, but I do deeply, deeply regret it. Deeply, deeply don't advise it. And I've never met one yet that didn't regret it and that would say that's a thing to do. He said, but I am deeply sorry that I did this to you. Not that he regrets doing it to him, really, but even though he said that's not the way to handle it, but he regrets what it did to you. Know that I still have your back. It might take me a minute to figure it out. And I asked my medium friend, I says, well, because I believe in past lives and multiple lives here and all that stuff. But I said, well, we've been here before, aren't we all knowing when we get there, get back up there? And she said, no, it doesn't work that way. So he'll figure out how he's going to help you. He doesn't feel like he wants to do any honoriness yet to you, like, like pick on you or pull your ear or tug on your hair. He doesn't feel like he wants to do any pranks yet. He says, but it's coming. It's coming. It will come eventually. He says, right now, okay, he's standing. This is my right side. Some of these make me look backwards. I'm always backwards. He's standing here and he's got his left hand on my shoulder, like resting on my shoulder. So you should feel that. And I don't know how you will feel it because everybody feels the energy different, but it should feel like a pressure. It could feel as light as putting a tea towel on there. I mean, you could feel a warmth, tingling. You could get just goosebumps or a chill. But you should feel like that, like a bubble pushing on you. I always say it's like a balloon. It's kind of like a balloon and a little bit of pressure. It's usually not real hard, but I don't know how you and the energy will work. Everybody's different. I can feel it, and I kind of want to go like this. I looked up to you. Sometimes I wanted to kick your ass when I was younger. And he's got a big smile on his face. I'm asking him something. Oh, well, now see, hang on.